20 best Christmas movies of all time, and you are not going to believe what they have at number 1.
Number 20, Love Actually.
So if you really love Christmas, come on.
Okay, this is a respectable ranking.
Whether you love it or not, nobody can deny that this rom-com oozes Christmas spirit. While we all know the main storylines, it's the minor ones that really shine here. The aging rock star who professes his love for his manager, the actor stand-ins who adorably fall in love, the little kid who wants to impress his crush by playing drums and eventually runs through Heathrow Airport. No matter how many times we see it, every holiday season we remember why we actually love this movie.
Okay, the thing I have about this movie, it's not really a Christmas movie, it's more of a rom-com. I wouldn't consider this in the same likes as like the Santa Claus. Another problem I had with this movie, they had 2 best friends, and one guy was in love with his best friend's wife. Bro, that guy is the biggest freaking snake, and it just pisses me off every time I see that movie. Other than that, it's a good movie. I did enjoy this movie.
Number 19, Bad Santa.
I never saw
I've
this
seen
one.
some pretty shitty situations in my life, but nothing has ever sucked more ass than this.
Based on the premise alone, you can tell that Bad Santa isn't going to be a conventional holiday movie. Billy Bob Thornton stars as Willie T. Soak, an alcoholic who dresses up as a mall Santa in an elaborate scheme to rob department stores. His collaborator is Marcus, who plays one of Santa's elves. As dark and mean-spirited as this black comedy can be,
I said next, goddammit.
our main character does manage to find an eensy-weensy bit of
That's
good
good
in himself
casting.
and
He
embrace
does
the
look
magic
like
of the
he'd be like a
holidays.
drunk
It's
alcoholic
ultimately a
Santa.
tale of redemption, and in Willie's case, even the slightest good deed could be seen as a Christmas miracle.
Okay, make me some sandwiches. I gotta go to the mall and talk to somebody, and I'll be back.
For dinner?
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
Number 18, The Bishop's Wife.
There
I
are
never
too
saw
many
this.
people who don't know where they're going and they want to get there too fast.
If you haven't seen this classic Christmas movie, put it on your list this holiday season. The Bishop's Wife stars old Hollywood film stars David Niven, Cary Grant, and Loretta Young, telling the story of a bishop who
Haven't heard of
asks
any
for
of them.
divine intervention in his quest to build a cathedral. Grant plays Dudley, an angel who comes to lead the bishop onto the right path. The story culminates on Christmas Eve, when all the characters have finally realized what is really important to them, and all is right with the world.
Let us ask ourselves what he would wish for most. And then let each put in his share.
Number 17,
Ah, that's
The
beautiful.
Polar Express.
I believe.
Even if you didn't see this Robert Zemeckis film as a kid, it'll undoubtedly make you feel young at heart, especially when viewed during Christmas time. Based on a children's picture book of the same name, The Polar Express uses a unique 3D animation style that makes it feel almost real.
Okay, I have an
The story is
unpopular
one
opinion
rife
right
with
now. This movie right here is the most overrated Christmas movie I have ever heard of in my entire life. And it's not like I was older when this came out. I was in like 1st or 2nd grade. I remember when it came out, it was so hyped up. Oh, it's amazing, Tom Hanks. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me.
Childhood nostalgia, following a boy who boards
But
a train
everyone loves
headed
this
for
movie.
the North Pole.
If you ask 10 people, 9 of them love it.
I've wanted to do that my whole life.
Just because this flick came out in the 21st century doesn't mean it doesn't have all the makings of a perennial holiday classic, though. If you believe, you know you'll still hear that bell ring, no matter how old you are.
Well, you coming?
Number 16,
It seemed too
The Nightmare
forced,
Before
you know?
Christmas.
This isn't even a Christmas
Welcome to
movie.
Halloween Town. All hail the Pumpkin King. From the mind of
What?
Tim Burton, this stop-motion animated film has developed a massive cult following, and its hero has become an emblem of misunderstood souls everywhere.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to pause this. If you haven't seen this movie, don't watch it. It is not a Christmas movie. I watched it one year. I was like 10, 11 years old, and they're literally torturing Santa Claus. There was this demon, and he was torturing Santa, and I was like scarred. I'm like, what the flip am I watching? And the fact that they market this as a Christmas movie right here is very deceiving.
The Pumpkin King.
Nobody does Halloween quite like Jack
It's
Skellington,
Halloween.
but he
Exactly.
decides to try celebrating a new holiday upon stumbling upon Christmas Town. What ensues is a holiday mashup of epic proportions, as the season to be jolly clashes with the season to be scary. The big question is, do you watch this movie at Halloween, at Christmas, or both? Number 15, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
All right, here we go. That's a good
Dr.
one.
Seuss's classic holiday book, How the
Properly
Grinch Stole
ranked,
Christmas,
15.
has been a
I'm okay
perennial
with
Christmas favorite and has been adapted for the screen several times.
Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you?
Jim Carrey's performance in the titular role, however, is what sets this version apart.
Mr. Grinch, I came to invite you to be holiday cheermeister.
Holiday Hoopy Whatty?
While we, of course, have a soft spot for the 1966 animated TV special, this adaptation is laugh-out-loud funny and features plenty of jokes that are clearly meant to entertain older audiences.
5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked.
Because it's a feature-length film, we also get expansions to Dr. Seuss's original
see
tale
that
that take
line.
the story in wacky directions that no one could have expected.
The presents, they'll be destroyed. And I care! What is the deal?
Name? Santa Claus. Name? Père Noël. Babbo Natale.
This story, starring Tim Allen, manages to ignite that spark of childhood wonder that we all once felt about the magic of Christmas.
Hey, you! What's that? Whoa, whoa!
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that
When
Santa Claus
divorced
2
dad
is
Scott
better than
Calvin
1.
accidentally causes Santa to fall off his roof, he finds himself having to take St. Nick's place.
It's okay, I'm used to it. I lived through the 60s.
I think these are top 5 Christmas movies. So number 14 is outrageous. Outrageous. Tim Allen just like exudes
Watching
Christmas
Scott
today,
try
you
to
know?
convince everyone around him that he's actually Santa is pretty hilarious.
Santa?
Scott Calvin.
It's a movie that's filled with fun and sentimental moments, taking viewers to the North Pole and back,
Who are you?
I'm Bernard. Nice to meet you, Santa.
as Scott rediscovers his belief in the unbelievable. While the film spawned 2 sequels, the original is definitely the best.
No, the second.
Christmas to
second
all.
is better. Don't listen to that girl.
Number 13, Scrooged.
Never seen it.
ghosts, Frank. Expect the first one tomorrow at noon.
God, tomorrow's bad for me, Lou.
Charles Dickens' classic novella A Christmas Carol has been adapted countless times for both animated TV specials and serious feature films.
Call security, have them change his locks, clean out his desk, and toss him out of the building.
Oh, he's fired? But it's Christmas.
Thank you. Call accounting. Stop his bonus.
In this modern take on the story, however,
That's
Scrooge is
messed up.
actually a TV exec named Frank Cross, played by Bill Murray, who's trying to force his staffers to work over Christmas.
You don't like Christmas much, do you? Like it? I love it. It's cold, and people stay home and watch television. Ad revenues go up 30%.
Just like in the original tale, the loathsome protagonist is visited by a series of ghosts who show him what the meaning of Christmas is all about.
Where are we? Where are we? You mean when are we?
This version is both poignant and funny, leaning heavily on Murray's comedic wit.
Clear the whole world. Whole world clear.
Number 12, The Muppet Christmas Carol.
I haven't seen this one either.
Welcome to the Muppet Christmas Carol.
The Muppet version is a perfect adaptation for the younger set. The well-known tale of Ebenezer Scrooge, his employee Bob Cratchit, and Tiny Tim is modernized to feature Muppets in all the major roles, as well as a few welcome additions like Gonzo the Great playing Dickens himself, and Rizzo the Rat adding humorous commentary throughout.
Oh, is it too early for breakfast? Yes. Oh, good. Supper time.
Oh, and of course, there's Michael Caine as Scrooge. The songs are catchy, the story is time-honored, and the jokes never get old. The Muppet Christmas Carol will always be a favorite.
Humbug.
Number 11, Frosty
There
the
we
Snowman.
go.
And when
Frosty,
I start
baby.
to melt, I get all wishy-washy.
Kids' Christmas specials aren't supposed to make you cry like a baby, are they?
I'd put this at like
What
6.
will we call him? Yeah, shall we
Just
call
outside
him
the top 5.
Bruce?
No matter how many times we watch Frosty the Snowman, we'll never forget the horror of the first time we witnessed Frosty melting and fully believed he was done for.
No, the best was that guy with the mustache. He made this show.
Luckily, this story
Big
always
guy.
has a happy ending. While we're all familiar with the TV special by this point, did you know that it was actually based around the classic Christmas song by Walter E. Rollins and Steve Nelson?
Come on, Frosty. We're all waiting for you. Happy birthday!
Romeo Muller, who worked on the stop-motion Rudolph, adapted the song into this special. Number 10. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh,
Rudolph
man.
the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Frosty the Snowman isn't the only
So
animated
they put
special
Rudolph ahead of Frosty. I don't know, man. That's neck and neck. Who do you guys prefer? Rudolph, Frosty? I think they got it right. Rudolph's just a little bit better. I always related to Rudolph too, growing up with the red hair. He had the red nose. Because I was the only guy with red hair in my class. And people were, oh, yeah. Like, throwing names. And I related to Rudolph.
Rankin and
because of
Bass
that.
Productions that went on to achieve Christmas classic status. 5 years earlier, the 1964 stop-motion version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was broadcast on our TV screens.
Rudolph, I think you're cute.
The special won the hearts of many with its timeless tunes, inventive story, and unforgettable cast
It's
of
such a
characters.
great message.
Featuring an elf who wants to
Just
be a
be
dentist,
yourself.
a bouncing bumble, a helpful prospector, and of course, the eponymous red-nosed reindeer. No holiday season is complete without it.
Ready, Rudolph?
Ready, Santa?
Number 9. White Christmas.
Yeah, because too many
Just
times,
like
too many times people are like, "Oh, I want to fit in. I want to be like everybody else." But in actuality, what you should be doing is trying to be as unique as possible. That storyline has such a powerful message. Just be yourself. Everyone else is taken. I've never seen this either.
Are you dreaming of a white Christmas? No matter where in the world you live, you can have one when watching this vintage holiday movie. The well-known holiday tune was previously performed by Bing Crosby in 1942's Holiday Inn, but was reprised in this 1954 film.
Sleigh bells in the snow.
Crosby also stars in White Christmas, which is set after World War II and tells the story of two entertainers who have to work together to save their commander's lodge. It's a heartwarming setup that's sure to bring out the Christmas spirit in all of us.
Counting your blessings.
Number 8. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Never seen this one either.
Boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
Do you guys agree with the rank?
And simply enjoy spending time with the people you love. Number 7. Elf.
Santa's coming to town. Oh my God!
If you don't
It's
like
not
Elf,
Ferrell had one of his most iconic
do you think
performances
there's
in this
any
movie.
other actor who could have done that performance as Buddy the Elf? I honestly don't think so. I think Will Ferrell was the only guy who could capture that, like, both charm, like the youthful innocence, but also the comedy that he's able to bring to it. Nobody else could have brought that comedic element that Will Ferrell
About an
could.
orphan raised at the North Pole who decides to go meet his biological dad in the big city.
I'm here with my dad, and we never met, and he wants me to sing him a song. And, I was adopted, but you didn't know I was born.
Number 6. Home Alone.
He knows I ate sausage and olives and
Look what
onions
you
and-
did, you little jerk.
Home Alone is an annual must-watch for the antics of the Wet Bandits and their epic takedown by Kevin McAllister. Kevin learns the hard way that you should be careful what you wish for when he imagines a world where his family disappears.
I hope I never see any jerks again.
While there are a lot of unrealistic aspects to this story, both Harry and Marv probably should have died several times over from the accidents that befall them. We can suspend our disbelief and enjoy the ride. This movie is full of unforgettable moments that will make you laugh, make you cringe, and make you wonder how a family could possibly leave one of their children behind and fly to Paris.
What else did you do while we were away?
Just hung around.
Number 5. Miracle on 34th Street.
You've got them mixed up. You're making a mistake.
A man named Kris Kringle finds himself taking over
This
the
should be
position of
number
Santa
2.
Claus at
I think
Macy's
this should be
department
2 or
store
3.
when he points out that the previous Santa is drunk on the job.
Could you be Santa Claus? Have you had any experience?
Oh, a little.
But Chris ends up being a little too genuine in his interactions with people, telling them the truth and even recommending they shop at other stores.
Well, the only important thing is to make the children happy. And whether Macy or somebody else sells the toy doesn't make any difference. Don't you feel that way?
Ultimately,
that is the smartest marketing strategy. You go to a store and they'll send you to another store. They're going to trust you from then on. It's the smartest thing you could do, and this movie was ahead of its time. That was literally genius. I don't know why more stores don't do that. Because if a store told me, like, if I went to get bananas, for instance, and they're like, oh, if you go across the street, it's 50 cents cheaper. I'm going to go to that store all the time, just for their advice. But I guess in the world today, everyone wants the dollar sign. They want as much money as possible, and that would never happen. But I wish more companies just had that little magic element. They just want the customer's best interest at
claims to
heart.
be the real Santa Claus and leaves everyone in a tizzy.
What is your name?
Kris Kringle.
Where do you live?
That's what this hearing will decide.
This is a holiday classic that stands the test of time and reminds us that anything is possible when you believe in the magic of Christmas.
Your Honor, the state of New York concedes the existence of Santa Claus.
Number 4, A Christmas Carol.
A Merry Christmas to you, Uncle. God save you. Humbug.
Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol remains beloved because its message is perpetually relevant.
What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough. What right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Though it has been adapted many times, the 1938 film is a staple in many households around the holiday season and is considered by many to be the ultimate version of the tale.
Who are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
You already know the story, but if you haven't seen this retelling, it's time to give it a try.
I shall change my way of living. I will try to keep Christmas all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirit of all three shall be in my heart.
If you've already seen the 1938 adaptation countless times, give the 1951 version a try because it is also a favorite.
God bless us, everyone.
Number 3, A Charlie Brown
What's
Christmas.
better, the 1938 or 51? I haven't seen either.
When it comes to annual Christmas specials, is there anyone you look forward to watching more than this? After viewing A Charlie Brown Christmas, you could never look at an artificial tree the same way again. You might even be more inclined to pick out the saddest one in the lot.
We'll decorate it, and it'll be just right for our play.
This special has been airing since 1965, and there's a reason it's never gone out of style. It's so simple and yet so poignant, sincere,
Look at the
and
animations.
touching. Are your dance moves ready for the
Looks like it
school
was done
Christmas
by, like, a
pageant?
10-year-old.
We hope so.
But I love that.
Number 2, A Christmas Story.
What? No, this is not number 2.
A Christmas Story is a holiday film that doesn't sugarcoat how difficult it is to feel like an outsider in your own family.
Ralphie, what did Aunt Clara give you? Show everybody.
It desperately wants an air rifle for Christmas, but his mother won't allow him to have one because, as she famously says,
No. Shoot your eye out.
along with Ralphie's main story,
We've seen dramas, comedies, stop motion, cartoons. So, which Christmas movie beats all the others? Well, we have some honorable mentions to get through, and then
Okay, first
we will
off,
get to
I'll
our
talk about the ones they're
life-affirming
missing.
number 1.
They're missing Heat Miser, Snow Miser. They're missing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. One of my absolute favorites. Watch it every Christmas Eve. And It's a Wonderful Life. If they don't have those movies, I'm gonna be pissed. They gotta
Pick
get
for
homage.
best Christmas movie of all time.
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, that's a good one. I like this a lot.
These cookies! I gotta get the recipe from Les. Put that cookie down!
That should be like 8.
Arthur Christmas.
A child's
Never seen this one.
Do you want to wake up the whole North Pole?
Good idea.
A child's been mad!
A Christmas Tale, also known as Un Conte de Noël.
What?
Je peux pas. Tout un Noël sobre.
The Holiday.
Iris lives next door to
I don't think I've seen this.
Arthur. He's a doodly-doo.
The Apartment.
Did you hear what I said, Miss Kubelik? I absolutely adore you.
Simp.
Shut up and deal.
Number 1, It's a Wonderful Life.
Here we go.
Hey, this is my dance.
Oh, why don't you stop annoying people?
Well, I'm sorry. Hey!
They got
Would
it
we have
right. They
picked
got number 1
anything
right.
else for our number 1 spot? There's a reason why It's a Wonderful Life is considered the essential Christmas movie.
George is a good guy. Give him a break, God.
It has a pretty dark beginning, but its magical realism teaches us a valuable lesson about the importance of a single life.
Please help me, Mr. Potter. Help me, won't you, please? Can't you see what it means to my family? I'll pay any sort of a bonus on the loan, any interest.
By seeing how the world would have looked if George Bailey had never been in it, he realizes the impact he's had on those around him.
Bert! What do you know about that? Merry Christmas!
It's sentimental, it's uplifting, and it isn't Christmas without watching it.
To my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Yeah, I can watch this.
So how many of these movies do
I
you
can
make
watch
a
that
point of
movie
watching every
over
year?
and over. That's not
I'm
even
like a
the
solid...
perfect Christmas movie. It's a perfect movie of all time because it has all the elements of a classic movie. It puts you through all the emotions. You're sad, you're happy, you're laughing, and at the end you get a great message. It's just fantastic. I have nothing but good things to say about that movie. My favorite movie of all time. I wish they had my Santa Claus Coming to Town, the claymation. Same with the Heat Miser, Snow Miser. I'm shocked they missed both of them. Other than those two, I can't think of any they missed. I wish they had Santa Claus 2 on it. For the most part, I would say they did a solid job on this. Out of the 20 they chose, I would say maybe 11 of those movies would have cracked my top 20, which is solid. It's a respectable amount. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to smash a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know, what are your favorite Christmas movies? Drop them below. The ones you have to watch every year. But yeah, I wish you guys nothing but the best, and till next time.